Alright, and then with that, I'm back. So we're going to go do Hanit's Chapter 2 right now, since we're already in Stoneguard. Although, there is room to say, maybe I should really quickly go over to Duskbarrow. And then in Duskbarrow, I can see what weapons I can buy. Just really quickly, let's see. Sapphire Rod, I think I basically bought out Duskbarrow. My only thing is that these shields are good, but they lower evasion a lot. But you see the increases are basically like anywhere from 60... It's like a 70-point increase for some of my characters. So, I mean, it's a possibility. Of course, I could use this to buy a bunch of items as well, which would be helpful. So maybe I'll just hold on to it. I just want to check out the shop real quick. There you go. This. I like how every merchant is a fence, by the way. That's really nice. Alright, anyway, as I was saying, we're going to go do Hanit's story. And then after that, we have to do primroses and whatnot. It's hard to believe that I haven't even touched Hanit's chapters at all. Hanit and Alphen, they're the last ones I did. I did Tressa before I did Hanit. Okay, anyway. Change party. We'll swap in Hanit, who is the only person I've actually really leveled besides Therion. So this won't totally be a carry because she's technically not like completely under-leveled. The heavy blade. Ah, shit. I gotta go back. Need to change Therion's equipment to the Night Sword. So that way Hanit can use the heavy blade. Crescent Dagger, is that better than what Therion has? He has Gideon's Dagger. No, it's not. There we go. Crescent Dagger. The Rock Cleaver is not better than the makeshift, or not the makeshift, the Lizard King Axe. The Soul Hatchet. Thanks, or Argent Axe. Yes, it's better. And then the Marksman Bow, that's fine, she can have it. A shield, we can give her... I'm gonna give her the Spiked Shield. Silent Bandana. I don't want to give her purely physical, because the last thing I need is for her to die the second anything magical touches her. Maybe the Stimulating Bracelet? I can give her 2, right? Oh no, you can only give 1. Wow, okay. Accuracy or Speed. Boost that accuracy because she uses a bow. Okay. I don't know where I was going anyway, because I have to hear a tale from here. So you travel to Stoneguard, where your master, Xanta, was headed when he penned his first and only letter, and so your search begins. The story so far. And so Hanit set forth in search of Xanta, her master, the closest thing to a father she had vanished while pursuing the baleful fiend Redeye, and the hunters had vowed to find him and bring him home. The direwolf Hagen, Xanta's ever-faithful companion, had returned to their village, but alone. It was enough to make Hanit fear the worst. In the first and only letter he wrote before disappearing, Xanta had mentioned the town of Stoneguard, and so Hanit had followed her master to the highlands, but to what avail? Stoneguard, this is where Master said he would sojourn. Well, Hagen, dost thou perceive his scent? Grr. Something about this place confuseth and troubleth thee, but no matter. Thou hast done well to bring in us here. Now it is my turn to lead in the hunt. This is a large and sprawling settlement, not like our forest home. Roar. XD. Now, child, thou needest not fear. We will ask in the people. Someone is bound to knoweth of master.
Well.
I'm glad thou agreest. Now where to begin in the search? The alehouse, of course. If master is known anywhere in this town, it would be there. Can I steal everything? Oh, I can't steal right now. I can only provoke. Shit. Alright, whatever.
Welcome.
What can I do for ye, lassie?
Greetings.
Bowl of that broth, if thou wouldest, and answer me a question.
All right.
The broth is easy enough. As for answers, I'll have to ask the question before I can tell if I have any.
So then...
Knowest thou of a hunter named Zanta? I believe he sojourned here some moons ago. I know him, but I ain't seen him around for a spell now. Heard he had taken to visiting a woman named Natalia. She got a house on the edge of town.
So then...
Natalia, this name is unfamiliar to me. I thank thee, landlord. You don't mind me prying, lassie? You don't happen to be his apprentice, do ye?
Yes.
I am.
Ah.
I knew it. Used to talk about you all the time, he did, when he was in his cups. I guess drinking, when he was in his cups. Apprentice who's nothing like him, strict and straight as an arrow, no time for foolishness and folly, he'd say. As soon as you mentioned his name, I reckon you was one and the same with what you match in his description and all. I'll take that as a compliment. And will you now? I can't wait for the barkeep to be this ridiculous godlike figure. What is it, Hagen? Grr. Roar.
Damn.
Something has happened. Come in, girl. We must follow in him. Okay. Finally get some dialogue with them. Why ever did Hagen react in such a matter? An astute question. If I may posit, Hagen is of a species known as the dire wolf, yes? It is said that a wolf's sense of smell is 100 million times more sensitive than that of a man. And amongst wolves, dire wolves have the most sensitive noses of all. I would posit that when he entered the city, he was overwhelmed by all the smells common to such a bustling center of activity. Yet of all those odors, he would be most sensitive to those he is most familiar with. To wit, hast thou a point? Or I was just getting there. To wit, he detected a certain scent. Namely, the scent belonging to Master. Of course, then we must make in haste. Yes, precisely. Thou shouldst not lose in heart. I will listen to one of thy lectures after our job is done. It is a real mouthful doing any of her stories.
Hoy.
Shoo, you mangy beast. Go on, bugger off.
At your service.
My dearest Natalia, what a delightful coincidence. Fancy running into each other here. He has a bodyguard too, so what's going on here? I fancy that. I was just returning from the market. Oh, what a burden you are shouldering. My dear, you must allow me to deliver it for you. That is, I'll have my man here do it naturally.
Nay.
I'm most honored, sir, but ye needn't. Milady, I insist. I could not forgive myself if you were to strain a muscle. He's putting the moves on. Upon my honor, his worship never gives up, does he?
Right.
Poor lass has caught the eye of the wrong sort. Bound to happen with her fair looks turning every man's head.
Not so.
He's a dire wolf draped in silks, and that soldier of his sure makes he don't fall afoul of the husbands and fathers. What the fuck? There's ain't no refusing him once he's got the scent. Remember the miller's daughter?
Oh ho.
So that's it, Hagen. I notice this woman, and thou art trying to help in her. Wise creature that thou art, thou seest that she is in trouble. And so thou wilt scaring off the soldier.
So then,
Is that right, Hagen?
understood.
Then letting me help. Were a fearsome beast to appear and before him, the soldier Wolden fleeing. A happenstance for which no one could be blamed. So basically summon a big monster to scare the dude.
Nay.
Right, I can't, okay, I'm... Go forth, my friend. I wasn't prepared for monsters!
Now, let us hunt him. What next?
Let's do Sandworm. Okay, so he's not gonna run away just because he saw something scary, so that's not true. Not weak to fucking... Oh, Lord.
Visit's me. Come in, if thou darest.
I didn't come prepared with all kinds of different monsters, which is what I should have done. Thank the Lord.
I will not be the... What next?
All I have is this. Oh, you can boost him. I forgot. Okay, okay. I forgot you could boost that beast. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've used Hanit. So, yeah.
If thou darest. Come.
Get rid of this fucker. Come on.
I will not be thy prey.
I think she dodges the whole
Come
time.
in, if thou darest.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Provoke.
Come in, if thou
Basically,
darest.
Lind is just here in case you can't hit anything, but it's kind of annoying. He's weak to no, he's not weak to staff.
I will not be
He's
the
weak to
coming,
some
if
element
thou
and, like,
darest.
I think spears. But there's no way to command Lind to what to use. And because I can't command Lind what to use, it's just random. So I'm just gonna have to beat this dude down the old-fashioned way, which is annoying. Maybe fire if I'm lucky. Okay, I'm lucky.
Let the hunt begin.
Because I guarantee he's either weak to spears or axes
My
at
arrow
this point.
fly and true.
So, let's see.
Come.
Yeah, spears, see?
Let my arrow fly and true.
I might as well just spam Lind. Oh, I don't know. Lind, I think, does the most damage. I can only hit this guy once now because I don't have double strike anymore. Why not, since it's obvious Hagen is traveling with us, why not have Hagen be a permanent party member and he does pounce?
I will not be thy
Because I gotta heal
fly
anyway.
and true.
In a second here. Lind will use pounce now that it knows.
Come in, holding back nothing.
Oh, come on. This dude is a fucking tank. What is he afraid of?
This will help.
This is annoying.
Visits me. Let
Maybe I
my
could
arrow
scrutinize? Maybe I could have scrutinized and seen what he was weak to. But even then, you still have to go out into the wild, get what he's weak to, and then come back. So fuck it. Either way, I would have had to run out and do a bunch of extra
if thou
shit.
darest.
The good news is Lind is basically good enough to basically defeat him. But that's the problem. What happens when Lind is not? What happens when they're not weak to swords or spears? Then I'm just fucked.
Visits me. What next?
I never met a man who didn't burn. Dude, this guy, whatever. We're just gonna have to go at this until he fucking moves up.
Visits me. Come in. If
Dude
thou
is a
darest.
fucking tank. I don't even think I can see his health, by the way.
Letting the hunt
Let's see, can I see his health? If I were to target him with a usable item? Yeah, okay, he's weak. Alright. Can't even see their fucking health without targeting them with an item. There we go.
I honor thee, my queen.
Well, that was fun. Was it as fun as using, anyone else? Nope. Using a challenge? Not really. I think Provoke is worse, to be honest. A monster in the middle of town? Hey, where do you think you're going? I paid good money for you. Was he completely oblivious to the big fight scene?
Hagen?
Where have you been? You left so sudden, and I've had no tidings of neither of ye since. Where's your master, Hagen? Where is Zanta?
Greetings.
I must be Natalia. I need speaking with thee.
Oh.
Oh, and who might you be?
Greetings.
I am Zanta's prentice. I have traveled here from the Darkwood.
You don't say.
His prentice, you say? Then you must be Hanit. I've heard tell of you. So master spake of me. I said you were a fine young huntress and learning fast no matter his ham-fisted teaching. To reason others whilst belittling himself. That soundeth like master. Aye, he's a good man, but as guileless as a beet.
So then...
Guileless, yes. Fatuous also, with a weakness for wine and dice. And yet he is honest and noble, and handleth a bow with the best of them.
'Tis true.
Speak the truth there. So where is the old rascal? If Hagen's here, he can't be far. That's not totally true.
The truth is...
Hagen returned to our village alone. I have come here in search of Master.
What?
What? Good God, did something happen to the man? I was hoping that thou couldst help me answer that. I fear I may not be of much help, but I'm happy to tell you all I know.
Forgive me.
Can we talk at thine home? Let me carry some of that.
Thank you.
Oh, why thank you. I wish there was more I could tell you. Last I heard he was heading for the forest out in the hills yonder. Then, nothing. Actually, I should take Barry on for this, to be totally honest. When was this?
'Tis true.
30 months, I'd say, give or take. He disappeared before, only to show up all of a sudden a few days later. I thought this time would be the same, but then the days turned to weeks, and the weeks to... I beg thee, forgive us my bluntness, but how thou knowest him? My husband died not so long ago. Zanta was a friend of his. My husband, you see, was a soldier in service to the realm. They met when hunting monsters, and while they shared a love of hunting and ale, so they had much to talk about down at the alehouse. Then my husband grew sick, and after the funeral, Zanta started calling from time to time, and I appreciated the company, truth be told.
Understood.
Oh. Am I embarrassing you? I suppose he's like a father to you. He was my teacher, but I have no kin. I was alone in the world. Master took me in, cared for me, raised me as a hunter. Perhaps he only did so because he wanted to pass on his knowledge, the hunting lore that he had learned from his own ancestors.
So...
But yes, to me he is like the father I never had.
Oh?
You must be worried sick, him being gone so long without no word. I am. Thank thee for thine help, but now I must take my leave. I'm going to the forest, though surely the trail is cold by now.
Well, well.
Do take care of yourself, my dear.
Yes.
I will. May I ask one more favor? When thou next seest him, dost not telling him what I said today. I mean, about him being your father and all? I don't see where the harm is. You would never let me live it down. No, doubtless true, now you mention it. He's just the sort who tease a poor girl for speaking her heart. Alright, it'll stay our little secret then. Thank thee. So what? Yeah, the hills to the east, I think she said. Or, oh no, to the north? Oh, I thought it was to the east. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. The armorer has nothing because I'm outdated for this place. I might have some of the best gear available to me. I guess pre-beating all the chapter 4s. That's actually starting to look possible now. I forget I can't steal anything. You know there's going to be a purple chest out here. That's why I'm saying maybe I should take Therion. Because he's the only one who can open purple chests. So maybe I should take Therion just so I can open it. Or I could just come back later. Maybe. Just run from every fight. Maybe it's not even that good of an item. Oh shit. Actually, wait, hold on. Who learns dodging? There we go. Wait, how many sorcerer abilities did she learn? Wait. Oh, I put her as sorcerer. Oops, I was like, what the fuck? I was really fucking confused for a hot minute. Which, by the way, the sorcerer abilities cost more. They cost, what, 2,000 to start? Jeez, man. But it's worth it. It's abso-fucking-lutely worth it. So why would you even take a scholar if you could take fucking sorcerer? That's the real question. It's completely worthless. The only thing on scholar that's unique is analyze and the divine skill, which is so-so. Alright, my bad. Let's, what is it? Wait, who's on scholar? Oh, Tressa? Okay. Well, the nice thing is you can force her off that job. Which is good, because fuck Tressa. Alright. There we go. Fleetfoot. Increase the equipment. Second serving. Critical. Fuck critical. There we go. Okay. And back to Thief, was it? We're gonna get into a fight anyway because I put it on too late, but at least I'll have it. So it'll take a little more time. It's my favorite part of this game. People not in your party get no experience and no JP. So you farm all this fucking JP for 4 characters and then you have to fucking do it again. Isn't it great?
Let us fight with honor.
It's fucking fantastic. Fuck yeah.
My best.
Oh, I don't even want to fight this. Fuck this. Let's get out of here. It's too much work. Screw that. Rockfall, no way around, but this is not recent. Link to the shoots growing on, I'd say 1-2 moons ago.
So then,
Rememberest thou this place? Is this where thou left it? Left what? Left him. Left. I'm not even gonna. Fuck this. You know what I mean? Like that little one, thou hastened all the way to the village for help. Yeah, literally on the other side of the continent. Thou did not betrayest him, Hagen. I will turn back and search for another path. There's no way past this rock slide, that much is certain. Yeah, the path I was just on. Maybe it opens up now. Listen to my girl. Hunting isn't about sticking arrows into a monster's eye. Isn't just about it. Sometimes the land setteth itself against thee, and nature herself, fickle old sow that she is. But what is remembering to stop in, and takest in the air, lookest around thee. Even if nature is thy foe, it does not mean thou must fightest her.
just so.
Instead, turnest the lay of the land in thy favor. Creatures of this forest must have found in a way past, letting us searching for their trail.
This bodeth ill.
Hagen, Lind, to my side. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to use Lind. Yeah, as I figured, we go down here. What is it? Yeah, these trees. I guess they're gonna chop it down, maybe? The mysterious wood creature? We're fighting a fucking Zoodoo-Woodoo? What the fuck? Alright, I didn't see this coming. It's a fucking monster disguised as a tree.
Beest thy will.
Oh, fuck. I just realized I provoked it. Well, I'm fucked. Yeah, you friends of mine behind me. Fuck that. Why would you help me?
Letting the hunt begin.
See how much more boring this is? Than actually, like, fighting the monster? I really don't like provoke. I think this is the worst path still.
Letting the hunt begin. Holding back nothing.
Like, at least challenge is kind of like a full-on one-on-one. It feels like as much of a one-on-one as gonna get.
Letting the hunt begin.
In terms of like a turn-based RPG game.
I will not be thy prey. Coming, if
I don't know what's supposed to be. This is not that great.
what next?
Hey, do you like using Lind? Hope you do, asshole.
Let us come. Letting the hunt.
He keeps assuming a different posture, but he's always weak to sword, it looks like.
What next?
It's almost like this was supposed to be a normal fight, and then they kind of just stripped it and made it a path fight.
What next? Holding back nothing. Letting my arrow
So you just have to shuffle himself every few turns. Uh-oh. Well, fuck this.
Letting my arrow fly.
I'm defending. Which means I should have healed. Okay.
Coming, if thou darest.
Nice.
So
He used it twice for good measure. And he's gonna do this. Okay, well I know I'm gonna move again, so might as well heal. Yeah, this literally feels like it was supposed to be a real fight. And then they just like neutered it.
This will help us. I will not be thy prey. Letting the
I'm gonna break him. I'm not. Oh, whoops. How do I? I'm gonna break him. Cancel that shit.
What next? Holding back nothing. Letting the hunt begin.
Now, this is an RPG. I'm aware of that. But this is by far just like, eek. Yeah, this is a waste of time.
This will help.
Because it's not like a puzzle fight. It's not like it's anything really unique. It's just a one-on-one that just takes longer.
What next?
And Hanit's appropriately leveled for this, by the way.
So sweet.
Like all he's doing is just like forcing me to like defend, heal, Like right now, I have no choice but to defend because I have to. I don't want to die to this. I have to take 2 turns worth of poison because of that.
This one. This one.
Fuck me. This defeats the point of having a turn-based RPG, by the way.
Letting the
If all you're
hunters
gonna do is have a character fight a one-on-one, there's no point in having a party system.
letting my arrow fly.
At least challenge it's not as bad as this. I don't know. This is like the one path action I think is really awful.
Sorcery. Listens to me.
I'm gonna break him so it doesn't matter. What's his health looking like? Okay. We're gonna need one more round of doing that. No! That was... I'm gonna fucking put my controller into orbit. Oh, fuck me.
This one. Sorcery.
Great. I just healed it.
This one.
Well, if you don't have poison cure items, you're pretty fucked for this. You're gonna have to chug items like crazy. Because this is fun.
This one.
You know, even though the Archmages actually, like, was more of a harder fight than this by far, I enjoyed it more because at least it was, like, a really interesting sort of fight. You know, you had to kind of work with the tools you have to get the best outcome. This is not working with any tools. This is just chug items. Get rid of poison, chug items. Okay, thank the Lord.
I honor thee, my queen.
Wow. Fool's Gold. Oh, so what's back here? Herb of Clamor. It's like you have a full party of people. Oh, should we help Hanit? No, we'll provoke a monster. What the fuck? Why would you provoke a monster? It doesn't even make any sense. Even within the confines of the game. It's a monster. It's not even like it's in town, you know, you have to uphold your honor, even though there is no honor in setting a monster on somebody. Fucking weird. I don't know. Like, I get it's supposed to be the alternative path to Ulbricht's move, but maybe instead of making all the path actions duplicates of each other, so they all have like what is it, like a level-based one and then a chance-based one, which is also based on level. Maybe mix it up, or at least don't have it be that fucking whatever. I got a lot to say about this game. My friends know I have a lot to say about this game, and I'm not even halfway through it. Like, and I really hate to say it, I don't really like this game nearly as much as Bravely. I'm bouncing. Absolutely. I think there's a lot of stuff wrong with this game. I think there's a lot of things that RPGs ditched and did away with literally decades ago that this game just, like, willfully chooses to ignore at its own peril. That doesn't mean that the game is awful. I just think that it has really awful aspects about it. There's a difference between something being shit and it having shit parts about it. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm too committed at this point. I'm already balls deep. I might as well. A battle was fought here. But it was not beast versus beast. The destruction lieth only on one side of the field. Here the rocks are marked with, yes, nicks made by steel weapons, faded footprints too, the signs of men. This fletching, there's no mistaking this is one of Master's arrows. He was among those who fought here. Was his foe this Redeye? The trail continueth further into the woods, we must follow it. It's here, coincidentally. Oh no, that's not it. Lord of the Forest, Gree. Lord of the Forest is a foul temper, I see. It cometh.
Cometh, if this beest thy will.
This is a cool looking monster. Weak to
Victory
axes.
shall be mine.
So he's either weak to swords or spears. If I use this, he'll be able to move at the start. So let's use spears. Okay, so it's swords.
I will not be defeated.
Let's just overheal to start.
Bring about the miracle of healing. What next?
Can't capture. Yep, okay.
Interesting dilemma.
Merchant. Fuck it. We're in no danger here, so let's just freely analyze him. Fire and light. Life returns to the forest.
Victory shall be mine. I will cut you down.
What next? Well then,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah, maybe we could just burst down the fucking boss, honestly. You know, these guys have to be weak to fire, so...
Great inferno scorch the land.
Assist me.
well then,
Let's do... Peacock Strut.
the peacock strut. What next?
Beast War will be... No, I'm sorry. Fuck. Oh, no, she's a thief. Okay, there it is. I was literally shitting myself. I'm like, where is it? Where is this?
Make it with defenses.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Have at you.
So you know what that means.
Is unbending.
Oh, I didn't put surpassing power on this
I
motherfucker.
wreak
Shit.
havoc upon thee.
Yeah, I need to put that on. I always forget to put it on for really no reason. He needs it now more than like second serving, I think. It'll be better for Cyrus to wait a turn.
Great inferno scorch the land.
I'll do my best.
Okay, for her, we'll have her use Luminescence.
Let my arrow fly in true.
Yeah, so there's not really much for her to be able to do. Okay. Wow, you can blind bosses in this game. I'm sure that won't be abusive later. Okay. I'm sure every boss that it would be abusable on is completely immune to it. I wonder how much health this thing has. Consume life. Oh wow, it basically almost kills someone.
Let my arrow fly in true.
Alright, well she'll be fine. So if it switched its weaknesses and it's still showing weaknesses, that means that it must be weak to spears now. Or maybe arrows? No, it's gotta be daggers. Because It's not showing swords. It has to be spears and daggers now. So what was I gonna do? Thief skills. I'm sorry, I get confused because she has so many options.
Bring about the miracle of healing.
I'm gonna have her heal next turn as well, just to boost herself back up.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
Have at you.
Okay, so I said spears, right?
This I have found and
What is the logical course of action?
Okay. It's gonna, we're not gonna really be able to set anything up this turn, but we broke it.
Scorch the land.
Honestly, if I feed Ulbrich what is it? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna kill the boss. So I'm gonna I'm gonna lion dance.
Is the light.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
I'm going to feed him. And do I want to really waste it? Not really. We don't really need to do that. That's a waste. I only have 7 of them. So you know what? We'll just do this instead. Where is the thief skill?
The dagger.
I'm completely lost trying to fumble around her menus.
have at you.
Okay. I'll just fuel cross strike because he'll probably kill the boss. Oh, it won't. It drinks of your lifeblood.
Next.
So it's got to be bows now. Bows and shit. What was it before?
No.
Staff hits. It's got to be staff hits. Which is good because both these guys can use these.
Well then,
So we know staff hits will break it. Yep. So I guess this is the boss that introduces you to bosses that shift their weakness. But I already fought one that did that. He's dead, so we're done.
You should have studied.
We killed the Lord of the Forest. It's a good move.
A formidable beast. But this was not the Redeye that Master sought. Which meaneth our true quarry lieth deeper within the forest.
So I wonder, is there gonna be another part? Oh shit! Turn to stone! Well,
But frozen, petrified in stone. What unholy thing happened here? Another of Master's arrows. Did this fate befall him even as he drew his bow? There is a note tied to the shaft.
what, did he scribble it right as he was about to be
Whoever
petrified?
readest this. Like as not, thou foundest this next to a stone figure. That's me, the hunter, Xanta, in the flesh, so to speak. I was commissioned by the Knights Ardat to hunt in the beast they call an Redeye. A beast that hath left me in this unfortunate state. Among Redeye's formidable powers is the ability to petrify. Already my feet have turned to solid rock.
That's rough. God damn.
I have but a short time to pen this message before the curse overtaketh me completely. In a village called Still Snow, there is a seer by the name of Susanna. Surely she shall knoweth what to done about this petrification. It is a faint hope, but the only one that remaineth to me. This beast cannot be allowed to run an amok. It is far too dangerous, too savage. Pray help with me, not for my sake, but for the innocents who dieth if this creature is not put down.
Master.
And Honnet, if thou art reading this, pray forgive us this old man for not keeping that promise.
The old fool. Even as he was turning to stone. So thou wilt stay and watchest over him. That is good. I will seek out this seer Susanna, and pray she knoweth the way to break in the curse. Fearest not, Master. We will save you. Of this I swear.
Okay. Well, we know where he is now. So her next chapter is going to take her to Still
I should
Snow.
first return to Natalia and tell her what we have found.
Well, that's quick. Oh no, they teleported us. Okay. Make for Natalia's abode. Your master is an impressive man. It is our most trying moments that our true character is revealed. Your master refused to yield even as his limbs turned to solid stone. There are few with the wits to know what must be done at such a time, and fewer still with the composure to act upon it. Through his courage, he instilled in you the gift of hope. If that is not greatness, then I know not what is. Truth be told, I never heard such praise bestowed upon him. I look forward to the day that the three of us can sit down and share a drink. Best not, thou should knowest that he turneth most tedious when the mead starteth flowing. Endless tall tales of the great beasts he have hunted, each repeated thrice for good measure. I see, perhaps just soup and barley tea then. Dude, Ulrich is the best, man. I love him. I love him, man. He's a great character to start out with, but I don't know, man. I got some characters I like. I like how Cyrus went from being one I love to one I'm not too sure about. Because with enough time and effort, that Starseer will be legitimately lit.
Greetings.
We did, however...
What?
If this letter spake true, then yes. I do not yet know how we can bring him back, but I will find a way. I begin by finding the seer called Susanna. In hunting, thou must never abandon the chase. Master taught me this. If I am to truly call myself his prentice, I must see this hunt through to the very end.
Oh?
Indeed.
'Tis true.
It's a queer thing. What is? You and Zonta are different in so many ways, yet at times like this, your eyes glitter in the same way. You both have the same steel inside you when you set your mind to something.
Truly.
Is that so? I reckon it is. Almost like father and daughter, you might say. I love that H2 rumble. That's nice. Even on the knock. Now, who could that be? If you'll excuse me. Indeed. Someone thou knowest, girl?
Indeed.
Thought I recognized that meow.
But
Eliza, what art thou doing here?
it's
Yeah,
like
the
this.
perfect time, too. But no word for Zonta from weeks. I came to find him. Well, in his most recent missive, he said he was coming to this town in pursuit of the beast.
I see.
'Twas the last I heard from him as well. Whatever has happened, you must tell me all you know.
God's a mercy for a hunter of Zanta's skill to succumb. I would hear all thou knowest about this Redeye.
fear I know very little. Nothing even. The Knights Ardent simply bid me hire Zanta. They told me nothing more. But it is clear they must have known the danger.
And why send one man to face the monster alone?
Not any man.
So great was the peril, they could turn to no one else. On the hunt, no one could match his speed, his guile. If they had sent a regiment with him, he would have squandered his strength just to keep them alive. Or so they said.
It is true. Our village wanteth not for skilled hunters, but even the best of them would only get in his way. The knight's judgment was correct.
But even so,
It leaves a bad taste in your mouth, yes. It is the same for me. By sending one man alone, we declared to the world our own weakness. Now it falls to me to hunt Redeye in Zanta's stead.
Let's not go too quick with
Hunt.
that.
You have another duty. You must go and find the seer.
Yes.
Yeah, why? So you
It was
can get
Master's
fucking
last command
petrified as
before
well?
the curse overtook him. I will find the means to free him of it. I must.
Zanta's lucky to have such capable friends.
My skill in the hunt is hardly the measure of his, but he needs me, and I will do what I can. Countless times Zanta has lent me his strength and courage. Now it is time to give of mine. I shall send word if I learn more of this Redeye.
Thank thee. Fear him not. We will save him, Master.
Alright. That's the end of that chapter. Yeah, it's pretty much only one boss. I pretty much knew that we were going to find more cutscene as opposed to another boss fight when we got there. I've heard much of this, Eliza. Ah, indeed. The Knights Ardente are servants of thine order, yes. Indeed, she is well respected by the church and is known as one of its most loyal servants. 'Tis a terrible waste that she maintaineth this friendship with my master. She honoureth him with her company, yet he is not but a source of vexation and worry. She is a noble and beautiful woman, would that I could be more like that. I know what you mean, she is a role model to us all. Truly, even a beauty such as thyself? What, oh come now, you're more beautiful than any of us. We should spend in more time together, what sayest thou? I'd like that very much, Henry. Well, fuck you, doesn't happen in this game. Let's move on. Okay.
On it, wait.
Natalia?
I'm so glad I caught you. Here, this is for your journey.
There was no need for thee to...
It's a trifle, compared to what you and Eliza are doing. Zanta was a good friend to me, after my husband passed away and all. Now I can't go fight no monsters like you two.
Yes, but...
So the least I can do is help you on your journey. Let me do that much at least.
Of course. Thank thee for the gift.
And, one more thing. Promise me you won't do anything foolish now, will you? Even for Zanta's sake.
I will be cautious. After all, I'll be of no use to Master if I get myself killed.
Exactly. Good luck to you on it.
Thank thee. I promise that I will return, and Master with me.
And thus, a neat leaf stone guard behind her. A new quest to save Zonta from his petrified fate. She must find the seer Susanna named in Zonta's last message, though it be but a glimmer, it is hope nonetheless. So she sets out for the Frostlands in the village of Still Snow. It would seem that her journey has only just begun. We could actually continue it right now, to be completely truthful. Oh, nice. She did give me a gift. And a meaningful one at that. Maybe we should just continue it. We're above the recommended level by far. So there wouldn't be much trouble.